the juxtaposition of those two things helps to reset yourself before the next phase of sequences.
And what's so interesting too is like same locations.
Yes.
Right? Because they're memories of places that she's going, but they feel so different.
Welcome back to another Real Chums movie review. This time I don't have Marcel. This is my friend Josh.
What up?
He's a fellow filmmaker. Marcel is on vacation, hanging out with his fam. So good on for you. That guy's been working real hard. He needed a break.
Hopefully I can fill in his shoes in some small.
I think so. So Josh, you have more on-set production time than me for sure in like bigger scale stuff. But productions of shooting stuff, I think I have you on that.
Yeah, probably.
But we both love movies.
I definitely love movies.
Yes. So let's walk you through. So this movie, what we went and saw Dead of Winter. Now, we did not know that we were watching this film going into this showing. I got an email.
What a treat.
What a treat it was.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to break this up into a couple parts. I'm going to timestamp this so you guys can jump around. We are going to have a non-spoiler review and thoughts, and then we're going to talk about spoilers, and then we'll wrap up with some stuff. So first up, I got an email last week, and it was like, there's going to be a secret showing for a film. Do you want to go? And I was like, I'm gonna do it, because it was like they had like the previous was like previously we've done Gladiator 2 and some of these other films. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
high risk, high reward.
That's right. I'm like, I was expecting the Leo DiCaprio new film, Another Battle or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that film is called.
One battle after another.
One battle after another. Thank you. So that's the film I thought we were gonna go.
So for those of you who don't know, the way this works, like it's cheaper. So it's like in our area, it's $5.
Correct.
And all it tells you is the rating of the movie.
Yes.
I think Megaplex does give you the time as well, like the runtime.
Yes.
But this one did not.
No.
So all this one said was it's rated R. It starts at 7 p.m.
Yes.
And so we're like, okay, new movie's coming out, rated R. The only one we could really think of was this Leonardo DiCaprio one. So it's like, it's got to be that.
So we're sitting there, we're watching trailers, and we're like, Leo
shows up in the trailer,
and we're like, nah, this can't be this isn't going to be the movie.
Right.
No, guys, this from the very beginning of this film to the very end, I literally was captivated.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it just grips you right away.
Okay, so let's give you a little bit of premise. So this film was filmed in Germany, Finland,
I think something in Belgium.
We're not the whole thing. This film is a Brian Kirk film, starring this, like I said, Dead of Winter, starring Emma Thompson, Judy Greer, Mark Mencheka, and Laurel Marsden. Literally these four characters are the entire cast. There's a couple other people, but literally not like no one. It's just extras. Man, I'm like still thinking about it. Its description is that I would say like a widowed woman is trying to goes out to spend one last memory of her husband and finds herself in an unexpected situation in the frigid cold winter of Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about non-spoilers, some of the things that we really loved about the film, and then we'll jump into spoilers. So if you don't care about this stuff, jump over to the spoiler stuff, and then we'll go from there. So non-spoilers. Let's talk through the cinematography first.
It's cold.
It is cold. Okay, there is something what I think made it so much colder watching this film was how much it was you're pretty much following one person.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
You obviously the color temperature of the cinematography and the color grade is matching the winter stuff, but they also have these juxtaposition of like memories of her and her husband, and it's so warm and beautiful. Totally. And so but the switch there it works so good.
Yeah.
Because of the cinematography of legit frozen tundra I mean, it's supposed to be Minnesota, but it's like, Finland, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, that would suck to be out there.
Yeah, super gorgeous landscapes. I mean, they chose Belgium, Finland for a reason.
Guys,
like, it's beautiful out there.
Beautiful.
I don't know, all you Minnesotans might disagree with me, but I don't know if Minnesota is nearly as pretty as Finland, wherever they shot. So it's beautiful in that regard. They did a really good job of making you feel isolated.
Yes.
Just from the beginning, because they did these huge, wide drone shots where it's just the one car in these massive landscapes. She's going out into the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
And you can feel that in the way that they set it up.
Yes. I think, and then not only throughout the rest of the film, there are so many moments of feeling frigid and like isolated. Like, again, this theme of isolation, I think is really good description of like there. When it's doing the flashbacks, man, there's just the lighting, the like warmth that comes from this perspective. It's the juxtaposition of those two things it helps to reset yourself before the next phase of sequences.
Yeah, and what's so interesting too is like same locations.
Yes.
Right? Because they're memories of places that she's going, but they feel so different.
Yes.
Just from the way that it was shot.
Okay, so let's transition to
and edited.
Absolutely. Yes. So I think location-wise, look, this film takes place in literally 3 locations. This was a firm reminder for myself that you can if you can isolate, okay, what do I have access to, or where do I want to like put this some kind of story? You could come up with an idea and say, okay, how can I elevate this? You don't need to make it like a large cast or like it's a spectacular situation. You can say, how can I, in this scenario, it's like, okay, I want to have a captive female who needs help and with an older woman. How do you make this more dramatic? Put them in the freaking frozen tundra.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like, right, it's not like a Marvel movie that has to take place in New York.
Yes.
There's not these set places that you have to film in, but as long as you have a solid story, you can film anywhere.
There's a ton of these like frozen tundra thrillers. Jason Momoa has one.
Yeah.
I've not watched it. Have you watched it?
I have. I can't remember the name of it, but I have seen it, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the Frozen River. What's that one?
Yes, with
Jeremy Renner.
Yes, Jeremy Renner. Yes. Okay, so there's this idea, this genre of like frozen isolation thrillers. Okay, you watched that one with Jason Momoa. Do you remember it at all?
Yeah, not really, but they're all like big bad action heroes. And then here we've got this. I mean, I love her, but like Emma Thompson is just like kind of this blundering old lady in this movie, right?
No,
like she's not an action hero.
No, that was every single moment. I felt like she was going to become an action hero.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
her character was so unique to this type of setting.
It was she's straight up Minnesotan. So the accent, the language, it was so good.
She was great.
What I loved about the cinematography and the acting in this film, you're either being pulled away into a memory or you're facing an obstacle. And in every situation, the cinematography has you feeling with the character. You're immersed into the story.
Totally.
Great. Okay. I mean, honestly, that's the whole film. Like it's pretty simple. Nothing crazy.
It's like a 90-minute runtime. It's pretty short.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
They've got a story to tell, and they tell it, and you feel the emotions where you need to feel them, and you are gripped into this thriller. For buckle in, you're in for a ride.
I'm trying to think if I would have if it's felt more amplified because we had no idea what this film was. I think there's a level of that for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you're thinking about this, so this film comes out this Friday. By the time you watch this, it should be around or coming out in tomorrow. Should people go watch this film?
I think they should. It's not for the faint of heart. It is a rated R.
Yes.
There is some intense moments, so I would not take your 10-year-old. But if you are of age and like a good thriller, I think this is I think it was great.
Yeah, that is our non-spoiler review. It's super. I know maybe it's there. Let's talk through spoilers. So if you don't want to watch this, skip down. We'll give you the final review of where we think. Let's talk actual spoilers. Okay, this film, Emma Thompson plays this just absolutely wonderful character. She is going to a lake in the middle of nowhere, and we don't know why. It's very, you're just dropped in, which you may not know, but Marcel and I love these kind of stories. Are you a fan of these kind of stories?
As long as they're done well, I'm okay with them.
Okay.
I hate being dropped into a movie and then you don't explain enough at the end.
Okay, that's fair.
But I felt like this one did enough that I was satisfied by the end of this.
Yeah.
There's always a couple beats in the middle of the movie where I'm like, okay, if they don't answer these, I'm gonna be unsatisfied. Yes. And all of the beats that I had, I felt like
needed to get
all
answers.
The questions I had were answered.
Yes,
at least enough of them.
Yeah, I agree. I felt like very much all the questions, all the open loops that they introduce in the first half of the film get closed by the end. What are some of the performances or story or what? Give me some give me the wins.
Okay, here's the thing. I've never disliked Emma Thompson.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've never been a fan of Emma Thompson.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know that I haven't seen a ton of her stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
I know who she is, obviously, and
right.
She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I've never really been blown away by her. I was blown away by her in this.
Agreed.
Like, I think she just had a level of we're getting into spoilers.
Yes,
it's fine.
Yes.
So we know. So she goes to this lake. We don't know who she is. We don't know anything about her. We just know that she's going to this lake.
Yeah.
And as the story progresses, you find out, she had her husband. She's had these heartbreaks and losses, and they just keep building. And then we find out about her losing her kid, and like all these things that we find out about her. But like even before we know those things, I could feel the heartbreak.
Yes.
In her. Even from the beginning.
Opening sequence.
Like, you could tell that this was a lady that has had a past, right? And had a traumatic... And then you get into, like, her whole, like, we don't give up, we keep going.
Okay, so I also had this thing. I felt like they did such an amazing job at establishing this, who Emma Thompson was, without any words.
Oh, totally.
You have this opening sequence in her, like, trailer home that they also had some sort of like...
I mean, it was wordless for the first, 7-8 minutes?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But you still got to know who she was.
Yeah, you have this beautiful sequence of like, she's feeling some kind of loss, but then also this grittiness that there's a blizzard coming that people are saying, get off the roads, and she's going to go into the middle of nowhere to go discover. I thought this was going to be like... I literally thought, because we had no context of what this was.
No idea.
I was like... She's just gonna die alone. Like, is this gonna be the entire movie?
Yeah, it's gonna be into the wild, but just freaking Emma
just
Thompson
breathing,
style.
Trying to like survive some horrific like
find her naked in a bus.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
trying to survive. That's what I thought going into it. Like you said, as the movie progresses, you have this beautiful juxtaposition throughout the film of her loss and then love.
Totally,
like being alone and connected. And so as she's going up the mountain, she runs, she hears some like some kind of shot or some kind of sound, and she's kind of lost. She can't figure out. She's got this map, which I cannot tell you, maps on screen are just so good. They add so much texture.
They're good, yeah. And then when we find out like that the map was actually like when he hands her the map,
yes,
and I was like, oh, that's a cool little tie-down.
Yes,
thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So she's going to this lake that she hasn't been to in ages.
Yes,
right, and she doesn't really know where she's going. So then she comes across this cabin, and that's where the trouble starts. She finds
this man who he's like gets startled. He's got headphones on, gets startled by her, but she notices that there's some blood on this in the snow.
Honestly, what that introduction to him, I thought he was kind of super interesting.
Yes,
because when you first see him, I'm like, oh, he's bad guy for sure.
Oh, bad guy for
the
sure.
Music was really cool, and like it's just kind of this eerie. She sees the blood, she sees him like hunkering around.
Yes,
and it's this old gritty cabin, and you don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh, he's a killer for sure.
Killer for sure.
And like the way that he's very short. He just says a few short words and like, she's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And like she does this really cool, like she's just this innocent, nice lady, right?
Like your neighborly grandma.
Yeah, but not to the point where you could like pull one over on her,
No.
right? She's not stupid.
No.
But she's just like, I don't know, she's just got this sense of like
charm.
Yeah, anyways. So she sees that and she's like, "Hey, I just want to make sure, are you okay? Like I noticed the," and he's like, "Oh dear," and like that's all he says, right?
Yeah.
This guy's trouble.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was very interesting that like he wasn't actually the one running the show, and you find out later that was kind of a cool little build.
I think there's some they do a lot of great subverting expectations throughout this whole film.
Yeah.
And we on the pod, as if you know, Marcel and I, we really like when our expectations get subverted, because you go on a better journey.
Totally.
Because you're like we said, I feel like the whole time I'm waiting her to become a badass.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. Judy Greer, I've never been a huge fan of her. She always plays like a side character. You're kind of like,
but she's like in all these like at least everything that I've seen is like, you know, the freaking comedy.
Yes, the comedy. She's like the unattractive,
40-year-old virgin.
Yes,
make her laugh in the back. Oh, she ain't in that. But you get the like all those. So when she shows up as like drug addict, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, who is this chick?
Yeah, no, she brutal.
Yeah,
our expectation was subverted. There was a moment where like this girl's not a threat.
Yeah,
she's not really a threat. They're just fumbling. They're gonna have some mishap but no, this girl,
she mean business.
She's ready. I really appreciate how much of a layered perspective that they give to us. Throughout the whole film. Anything else that you want to like highlight that like big wins for the film? Like that you're like, yes.
I talked about it a little bit, but like the emotion of everything, I felt like the music was like huge in setting that up. Like, and again, partially because I just didn't know what we were getting into.
Yes.
I'm just like, it's very like, it does a great job of just throwing you into this world and like, okay, so we're alone, we're isolated, but we're also uncomfortable. Why are we like, who's murdering who? Like, it's a murder film within the first 10 minutes, even though it's like, I didn't know.
I love that you bring this up. Volker Bertelmann, I actually don't know if I know any of the other films that he's done. It looks like he's done a lot of like some foreign films. He did do The Amateur, which I did watch.
Oh, the German All Quiet on the Western Front?
Yes.
Okay.
And he also did Dune Prophecy, some of the stuff in for music there.
Oh, yep.
Listen, from the like you said, Josh, I was like, man, Marcel would I think love this, because like I was freaking brought in and I'm like, you immediately have this sense of eeriness. But then what I really love is that it drops out to give us, it sets the tone and then drops us out.
Yeah.
Like it helps to do, it's a wonderful score to help transition us to different things that helps to it's an additive additional emotion to help, because the film already does it, but the music helps to like just like drive it home every single time.
I need to start wearing like Fitbits or like something to monitor my heart rate when I watch movies. Because like, I swear this one, I was like, did I have too much energy drink? Because my heart is pumping right now. There were some moments where I'm like, what is like, oh man.
And what I think I loved about that is that it wasn't intense on screen. It was the tension between the main character Emma and what her obstacle and what she needed to do,
and it was always something, right? I was like, okay, first she's got to get into the house, then she's got to get the then she's got to. Now she's tied to the thing. Yes. Now she's got to get all of that. Just all of it is like, and then she's got to figure and learn how to use a gun, which she doesn't learn how to use a gun. And it's like,
you thought she was. I was convinced she knew what to do with that thing.
Oh, dude! And then when the two hunters show up,
okay, so this is what I think. This is the one gripe I have with this film.
You wanted him to be the surgeon.
I did want him to be the surgeon. So there's a whole thing. I won't spoil this for you, but I think. What I will say is that there's these two hunters that come involved. They hear a radio call. They're used as a motivating tool to get to the next thing. Like I love them, hate them, because they reset the struggle that she's gonna have to face. by causing her to do something that she doesn't necessarily want her to. We don't want her to do as an audience. But she is such a kind-hearted person that she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But so it immediately it sets the stakes because you know something bad's gonna happen. But I don't love the way they went about doing it. And I think it's probably my biggest gripe. It's a small thing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a small thing, but that was like my one, wish it could have been a little
For
bright.
me, it felt her choice to give in to their demands felt too far in the realm of naivete.
Yes.
For me. Like,
yes,
she makes this choice that I don't feel like her character is that naive. And especially with everything that's happened so far.
Yes.
I was like, that was the one moment that I was like, nah. But I see why it needed to happen.
Yes.
And I think it pushed it to a place that ultimately the resolve of the movie felt fantastic.
Absolutely.
Even though she's not the badass hero, for lack of a better term. She still comes out hero. She's still, like, her story is still one of triumph at the end, which I appreciated.
Agreed.
But that moment of her giving in to the hunters was a little...
It was like, I like that you put it. It was
a little odd.
It wasn't fully, it didn't quite fit her character to who we know of up to this point. I don't want to spoil the ending.
I think I already did. She becomes the hero.
She did.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I can. What I think this film is just a reminder that we should go see. You need to go see films that you have to take a chance on. This is a limited release, so like if this movie is available to you, go watch it.
For sure.
Absolutely go watch it. This might end up becoming one of my favorite films of 2025.
Really?
I really it was
hot takes. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm blown away by it.
Let me ask you this: do you think it would have been your favorite if you had seen the trailer first?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Like, is what you loved about it because you had no idea?
Very possible. Listen, we do trailer reactions on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We do trailer reactions. We have a movie podcast every Sunday. We do these movie reviews. We're working on doing other content for our members, where you can join for as little as $2.99 a month.
You might see me.
Yeah, we're gonna do some other stuff. So we are excited, and we have some big plans for what we're doing. So join now to be part of the real cruise. Trailers, I think, do ruin films sometimes. Perfect example. We were watching in this film. There's a movie that has one of the Franco brothers, a whole bunch of other really beautiful people in it.
Oh yeah.
Regret You or something, or I don't know.
Regretting You, yeah. Something.
Let me tell you guys. Listen, trailer editors, stop giving away the entire film. Because I felt like I was captivated with that trailer. I was like, oh, I might watch this film. And then I was like, oh, is it there? And then they give it away in the film, that like what some of the struggles is. And I'm like, I didn't want that. So I think that, yes, I don't think it would have been, if I'd seen the trailer and watched this film, I don't think it would have been as strong. It would still been good. I would have enjoyed it still.
Yeah, totally.
But I think that the mystery and the overall journey that we took, because
I want to watch the trailer. I haven't
too.
seen it, so I want to watch the trailer to see how much
is revealed.
It would or wouldn't.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think part of what I loved about it is that I really had no clue idea where this thing was going.
Absolutely, we were like the whole time.
Yeah,
what is going on?
Yeah, super fun.
This first time doing something like this for like a surprise film.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I did. This was the first time I did a surprise film. I've done an early showing with Superman with Marcel.
I've probably done like at my house, like my wife's like, oh, this was my favorite classic back home. And I'd never seen it. But like, as far as like literally I pushed play and didn't know what was coming. Yeah, I think this was my first.
And I love that it was in theaters. I love that like we had literally, it's just like, we have no context. We have no idea.
Literally the director's name popped up and like the whole audience started whispering like, nobody knew what the hell, because they all probably thought it was going to be the freaking DiCaprio movie.
Yeah. Also, it like comes up with like Finnish names.
It's all Finnish and German, and you're like,
is this gonna be a foreign film?
Hopefully there's subtitles.
Oh man, listen. Okay, it's not gonna top some of the films that we had this year, but it will be up in my top 5 for the year for sure. An unexpected win. What are we gonna give
definitely.
this? What are we rating this film out of 10?
Oof. I'm up there. I'm like an 8.5.
I was gonna say 9.
Yeah, like
solid
8.5,
9.
9 probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. If you, again, I'm just gonna reiterate, if go watch this film, you will go watch this film with that person you can never get to go watch an action film.
I like it.
But I think you'll both enjoy it. Thank you for watching.
Take your wives.
Thank you so much for watching Real Chums. If you like this show, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We do have a movie podcast every Sunday. Thanks, Josh, for guest hosting today.
Thanks, Marcel, for being out so I could be here.
We'll see you guys on Sunday.